makes offset is to bring them in and let them play a game so they can get themselves ready for following week against Portugal.
And then second question, sticking to the Trevor and Andre, in terms of cohesion, how much prep have they had with the side, especially with them moving to Durban and being with the box in camp?
Cohesion, Andre's been here before. I chatted him about the moves and stuff. He says all the same still. So yeah, Andre understands. Most of the boys play with Andre. So obviously the new guy in the group will be Trevor. Luckily he's not making a lot of decision making. He's not playing at 10. So his main job is to give us some good go forward in scrum.
Then finally, JP, we've seen this movie before whereby the Sharks are loaded with box there. Then in a way, they miss 5. We saw in the beginning parts of URC this season. What could we expect this Friday in Kimberley against the side hurting from a home loss last week Friday?
Yeah, obviously a loss against Lions, it hurt us. We felt like we could have won the game. Do we have take a lot of confidence out of the game? Yes, take a lot of confidence out of the game. Going down to Griquas, a very confident team that won the whole season so far. And unfortunately, they lost against the Pumas last week, but they've been successful at home. So they are a very confident team. The challenge for us is, are we going to let the box win us the game, or is the rest of the group is going to actually do the thing that they did last week and just continue and the boxers follow what the rest of the group has been doing?
Okay, Shakri, jump in now. JP, my question is slightly different. It's the same vein, but slightly different. I understand because Rossi did say he needs the guys to get some game time ahead of Portugal. But from a Sharks perspective, how challenging is it when guys come in and then go out? I mean, obviously, you guys are trying to build a bit of cohesion, trying to give the guys some game time ahead of the URC. But when the guys come in and out like that, is that help with team cohesion? Is that a big challenge?
Team cohesion, I think the group is quite tight as with experience and leaders that we have in the group. So they do understand that it's not a province thing, but it's the country actually needs the players to play well for next week. So what I do look at it, Jan, is like a Nick Hatton and the young boys in the group. They got the time now to have experience with Springbok World Cup winners and to learn from them and to have a chat. And something they can benefit from. But I look at it as a positive. I can see that you can learn so much from guys' experience. Look at Trevor. There's some young props in our group that they can learn from. I see it more as opportunity for my group with the young guys to grow and to learn quick as possible. And obviously with sharing the knowledge, it will give you that next opportunity when you play. That what Trevor or what Andre give back to the group, that will be. That's how I see it.
Turning to the game itself, and we've seen this many times over the years, and we've seen all the teams have lost their province, Bulls, Lions, everybody's lost in Kimberley. What is a big challenge given that they're coming off a loss?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Great unions, we all struggle there in Kimberley. What Griquas in Kimberley has, they got a group that's been together for, I don't know, 8 months. They ride together. They got a deep brotherhood that they believe and they work hard during the year. So they got the cohesiveness that we were talking about. And they showed in SA Cup they got a belief that they can win any team, especially in Kimberley. So the challenge for us is always going to be: are we going to stay in the fight? Because we know what's coming, and are we gonna play our game?
Last one for me, but it's completely off the cuff. When the Sharks have a braai, what do they put on the grill? Is it fish or beef?
Surf and turf, huh? That's what we go with. Yeah, we're in Durban, so we do better both.
Thanks, JP. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jan. Morgan, you can proceed with your question.
Morning. Thanks, Hi, JP. JP, early days in the Currie Cup, it's only round 2, but with the new format in it does look quite scary if a person looks on the log. How important does this week's game become for both teams? Both teams in the same position, home losses last week. So this is quite a biggie if a person looks at the contest.
Yeah, like you said, the lock, you get it always in your pool, as you can see it. Griquas is behind us, and we are on 2 points. So, yeah, it's a must-win for both teams. But I think if you look at it before you start the Currie Cup campaign, every game is a must-win. So we do back ourselves that we can get down to Griquas, to Kimberley, and get the results we wanted. But obviously, like I just said, the Griquas are a very confident team, and they obviously want to make things right at home. So I think it's gonna be a great game where two teams are really literally going for it. So hopefully we get a good game for the fans.
Thank you, Morgan. Are there any further questions?
I'm all good, thanks.
All good, thank you, Amy.
Thank you. If there's no further questions, that concludes today's team announcement.